I go home and go one high street walking into the hood.
All right.
No one ever has a problem hearing me.
6:30.
Yeah, it's past 6:30, so I'd like to get started if we can. I'd like to call the meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Couple points of order here before we get started with the public hearing. I'd like to get a motion in a second for a resolution allowing Louise Passerell to record meeting minutes for all future board/work meetings. Can I get a motion in a second for that?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Lang, second by Mr. Christ. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. With that, before we do the public hearing, there was an issue with the map, plan, and report that MRB engineers had produced for us. Fortunately, our town attorney caught it. And I'd like to kind of read what the issue was with the map, plan, and report that MRB had done. And this is what they wrote. There's a slight discrepancy in the engineering report regarding the cost allocation between the loan portion and the grant portion. Under section 1, the report indicates that the grant amount is $158,000 and the loan amount is $130,000. That was incorrect. The actual grant was $130,000 and the loan portion was $158,000. So that needed to be reconciled. So again, our town attorney caught that. MRB engineers changed that. I will give this to you at the end here too as well. So that was one error. And the other one was, as noted in my procedure memo, state comptroller approval is required under certain circumstances. Those circumstances are present here because the assumption of a debt is involved and because the annual typical property cost appears to be over the threshold of affordability under the New York State Office of State Comptroller Regulations. The report shows that the annual cost to the typical property owner for water usage charges and debt service was $1,430. Whereas the New York State Office of State Comptroller threshold is $1,213. This means that the district will require the approval of the New York State Office of the State Comptroller as indicated in my previously provided process memo. So those things needed to be rectified. I have been told that there shouldn't be any problem with respect to the debt service. That will be taken care of, but again, just wanted to let everybody know that that was one of the issues. Yep, I needed to take care of these two here first. And with that, we will get into the public hearing for the changing date of grievance day. Good evening, everyone. This is a public hearing on the issue of grievance day, back to the fourth Tuesday of May. The public hearing is a chance for the board to listen to the views and concerns of the community regarding this issue. Your input is valuable and will be carefully considered by the board. Please note that while we encourage you to share your comments and perspectives, this hearing is structured to allow for public comment rather than a question and answer session. The board is here to listen, but we will not be engaging in direct dialogue or answering questions during the hearing. You are invited to make a statement or share your thoughts. Please keep your comments concise and to the point, and be respectful of the time so that everyone has the opportunity to speak. If you choose to speak, please state your name to be noted in the minutes. Thank you for your cooperation and for being here. Let's proceed with the public comments. So with respect to that, again, this is changing the grievance day for the town of Murray. Local laws to provide formal notice that the fourth Tuesday in May shall be designated as grievance day to provide property owners the opportunity to challenge real property assessments for tax purposes. Public hearing being held on the 23rd day of February 2026. This local law is adopted pursuant to Real Property Tax Law, Section 512. The town of Murray has previously set a different day to hear assessment challenges. This local law is intended to revert back to the fourth Tuesday in May to be designated as grievance day as set forth in RPTL 512. Grievance day means the day upon which the Board of Assessment Review shall meet and hear complaints related to real property assessments for tax purposes. The town of Murray shall hold as grievance day on the fourth Tuesday in May in 2026 and in each year thereafter. This local law shall take effect immediately upon filing with the Secretary of State in accordance with New York Municipal Home Rule. With that, are there any comments at all about grievance day being changed?
First of all, Steve Keon, Rock Hill Road. Sorry.
No, that's fine here.
Oh, Mike's, I know. Couple questions, because I went through a grievance 20-some years ago when I first moved out here. I never knew if there was a grievance day. Is this something that's been instilled for as long as we know?
It
If
has.
somebody has another issue beyond May 4th, do they have to wait till the next May to bring it up?
Yeah, if you have an issue, you need to come to grievance day or come see the assessor prior to.
Okay, so this isn't just, this is your only shot. People can come and talk with you guys.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's all.
That's the only way to do it in terms of, there's only one way of doing it, the negotiation. There are litigation avenues that you can go on that, if you disagree with that. But
Yeah, which I did that time, and I went through that process. I
the
didn't,
course of action is to go and make sure you go and speak with Louise on grievance day and present your case that way. You have a stronger litigation tool to do that.
well, when this happened many, many moon ago, you guys, the board then was very open, because we were new here. It was literally when we just moved in. And we were new, and the board was very, very helpful. That's why we're trying to be more what's the word, Stace, participating?
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, I think that's a good idea, as long as, how are we going to inform the general populace?
Of the grievance day, they're gonna
The
get
change.
letters.
Okay,
So you get a change of assessment notice.
okay,
That shall be probably mid-March. So if, after you get that, you wanna come and talk to me informally, just
All right.
contact me and we can do that. And you can, there's always grievance day.
yeah, I'm not expecting any problems, it's just I'm that guy that always has questions.
Yeah,
As
anytime.
we know. That's all I have, sorry, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. With that, if there aren't any other questions or statements from anybody here at the meeting, I'd like to make a motion in a second to approve a resolution adopting local law 1 of the year 2026, setting grievance day for the fourth Tuesday in May.
Do you have to wait till 6:45?
I was gonna say, you should probably, if I can make a suggestion.
Sure.
please, what you probably want to do is, to close, get a motion in a second to close the public hearing on this. And then, I thought that was on the agenda to approve it. You can do it one of two ways. You can approve it after you do your next public hearing, you can do it then, by the way you were gonna do it. Or I thought it was on your agenda to approve that, but maybe not.
It
It's
is.
on the agenda to do it right now.
In the regular meeting?
No, to do it right now.
Like right now, okay.
According to this order.
Procedurally, is there any issue with that then,
No, I
John?
mean, it can be done the only reason why I was saying if it was on your regular agenda, because then you're automatically amending the agenda by passing it now. That's the only reason I say, but if it's not on your regular agenda, then you're welcome to do it at this point in time.
It is on the agenda.
The regular agenda or the public hearing agenda?
Well, the public hearing agenda and the regular agenda, I kind of kept together.
Okay,
I tried to make heads or tails of all the different issues we've got going on tonight. I wanted to kind of do them in chronologic order, but
totally fine doing it now, just make sure that when you get to asking the board to approve the agenda. It's gonna be as amended, because you're taking it off the regular agenda and putting it on now.
Okay.
It should be down here. Should be in this order. Okay, that's fine. All right, you're good.
So with that, I know we just had someone else walk in. Was there any comments that you might have had with respect to the grievance day, public hearing date being changed? With
Make sure you
that,
close it. Make sure you close it.
I'd like to close the public hearing. It's 6:43 right now. We could close the public hearing.
Need a motion in a second.
And if I could get a motion and a second to approve the resolution as amended, adopting local law number 1.
No, you don't need it. What you're gonna do now is you're gonna get a motion in a second to close the public hearing.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Christ,
I'll second it to close the public
second
meeting.
by Mr. Lang to close the public hearing.
All those in favor?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, and now you're gonna, Pat, now you're gonna get a motion in a second to approve the local law.
So with that, after we close the hearing, can I get a motion, a second, to approve the resolution as amended to adopt local law number 1 of the year 2026, setting grievance day for the 4th Tuesday in May?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mrs. Berg, second by Mr. Christ. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Then you gotta do, we have another one too, don't we?
At 6:45.
Yep.
You gotta wait 2 minutes. Then you get a motion in a second to open the public hearing and then go through what you did earlier before I got it.
So is everybody done? Good holiday?
I got an extra one, John.
Okay, thanks. I didn't want him to say. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, John.
Can you give this to him?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
To get ahead of this too, I wanted the board to be aware, I'm gonna be asking if you would go into executive session on a personnel matter. Thank you.
That also is part of our agenda. John, I don't know if saw it at the bottom of the page,
Yes, I
but
did. Just wanted to give you a heads up in case you didn't know that.
Thank you.
See.
it is 6:45. If I could get a motion and a second to open up the public hearing with respect to Water District 17.
Make a motion.
Motion by Mrs. Berg,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Lang. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the public hearing on the formation of Water District 17 project. We appreciate your attendance and interest in this important matter. Our goal today is to listen to the views and concerns of our community regarding this project. Your input is valuable and will be carefully considered by the board. Please note that while we encourage you to share your comments and perspectives, this hearing is structured to allow for public comment rather than a question and answer session. The board is here to listen, and we will not be engaging in direct dialogue or answering questions during the hearing. You are invited to make a statement or share your thoughts. Please keep your comments concise and to the point, and be respectful of the time so that everyone has an opportunity to speak. Thank you for your cooperation and for being here today. Let's proceed with public comments. Any public comments with respect to Water District 17 and the formation thereof?
Let's do it. I am so tired of running out of water every summer. I'm so tired of being afraid to take a shower because it may stop, or to wash dishes because it may stop, or to flush the toilet. So, please.
So in reality.
Would you mind, I'm sorry, before you start, would you mind just putting your name and your address for the minutes?
Stacy Keon, 15764 West Brockville Road, Albion, New York, 14411.
Thank you. So,
Steve Keon, 15764 Brockville Road, Albion, New York, 14411. I'll take this seat on your home. I have had a chance to meet two new neighbors recently. One was an elderly lady who bought the place down next to us, and she was using the same well we were. She was in her 90s, and she didn't have anything to bring it up, so she had to go out every day and carry in buckets of water. It finally got so bad she sold her land. And right now, the new folks are doing the same thing. I didn't know if they were going to be here. Nice people. I met them. I met the husband. I have not met the wife yet. But they were definitely interested from what I knew. I know it's secondhand, but they wanted a little information. I told them what we've been through over the past 20 years here. So, this shows that without having something like this, a water district, what is our chance of growth if we want growth? We're closing out an option if we, especially for older people who, quite honestly, usually older people do have more money because if they've done it right, they've saved it up. That's where the money is, and we're shooting ourselves in the foot if we can't expand, if we want to expand. And it seems like the water is going to be an issue if this one situation happened. I know that Buell has left, I believe. I believe his daughter was either selling the house or going to be in there. I don't know what her status is. I haven't heard anything.
That's all.
So you've got another neighbor that's gonna be in trouble.
I've already been in contact with
Okay.
them.
So I'm looking for the future for our town, and we have a chance to do something and do something in a good way, in a correct way. And so whatever we can do to help, we're offering up our help and services too. That's all I've got. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'll jump in on that. I'm the wife of the neighbor. You haven't met yet? Nice to meet you.
I was expecting you to come down here for cookies.
You can just give us your name and address, please.
Sure, Julia Ham, 3325 Heinsberg Road. We are all for the water. I guess my concern, and I may be jumping the gun, is do we have the resources and capacity to have the current staff handle the installation? And is that something we need to look at? Because last I knew we were down a person. With all the other obligations and routine responsibilities they have, I don't really care to have this extend much beyond, the optimal season to do this type of project. Because last summer was difficult. Actually, and we didn't move in until the end of September, so last fall was difficult. And there's only 2 people in our home, so I can only imagine what it will be if our new neighbors expand their family.
Well, as I had stated earlier, and this is no disrespect, but we're trying to keep this away from kind of a question. And if you
Yes.
can call me anytime and I
Yes.
can answer your questions, I'm happy to do
Yeah,
that.
and I've meant to, but I just want to raise that across the board. Those are just some thoughts that have crossed my mind with regards to this, so if we could proactively take that into account before we break ground, if you will. That's all I have.
Thank you. If there are no other comments from the public here, thank you for attending the public hearing. We appreciate your participation and interest in the matters at hand. And with that, I'd like to close the public hearing. Can I get a motion and a second to close the public hearing?
Make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Valentine, second by Mr. Christ. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. With that, I would like to get a motion and a second on a resolution regarding the formation of Water District 17. John, I wanted to ask you this. It's quite a lengthy statement here by Underberg and Kessler. I'm happy to read it. It's 4 full pages of information regarding the project. Just take a look at it quickly
Does
here and just
anybody
give me
want
your
to take
thoughts.
a look at this? This is actually the resolution they're gonna pass.
I don't think it works.
4 pages.
Thank you.
What do we need?
Take your time. There's no rush. We have till 7 o'clock, so.
And I don't want to take up, I mean, you guys got stuff to work on.
This is, public hearing, so you've got every right to go through it at your leisure, so.
Did they provide a map?
There is a map, plan, and report that MRB Engineers has developed. The report's over 400 pages long, but they have a map of the scope of the project.
Is it online or anything that I could take a look at? Would you like me to put it online for you?
John, I'm not quite sure about putting a document like that online. If it is okay, then I'm sure that we could do that.
I don't know anything about the project, I'm not involved in it, but they probably have smaller versions of it that you could put online, or someone could come over and take a look. You probably have a regular size copy, don't you?
Well, I've got it in a PDF that I have here on the computer. I have a printed off copy, but it's about that thick, so.
There is no problem sharing it at all, I mean, if you want to be transparent about it, but I'm talking about how you're actually gonna do it.
Well, just to throw it out there, I am now officially retired. Yay! So if you want any of my help regarding computer or internet or anything for the town,
If you have an email address, I probably could email you a copy of that map plan and report if you'd like. And actually, you know what, if you don't mind, could I take your email address now?
yeah,
I'm gonna talk to Dirk about something before the other meeting.
Yep.
So
pretty simple.
once that's
Stephen
done.
Keon,
It's-
SDEVEN,
Yep,
KEON,
yep,
at yahoo.com.
okay.
You know, if there's anything, I don't know what you have for technology people working, but I'm more than willing to help out. I've done 40 years of tech support.
Thank you.
IBM, Kodak, a lot of people. Well, if it keeps us running. A house doesn't get built by one person. Very thorough job on it.
A lot of work,
A lot of whereas.
a lot of things I never even imagined.
I guess that's why they do what they do.
There's just red tape, it's not enough.
Thank you. If there's no other public comments, I'd like to close the public hearing if we could. If I could get a motion and a second to close the public hearing. Motion by Mr. Christ, second by Ms. Byrd. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. And with that, I would like to get a motion and a second to approve the resolution for the formation of Water District 17. If I could get a motion and a second on that.
Make a motion.
Motion by Berg,
One second.
second by Mr. Lang. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Yay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And with that, any discussion regarding approval of town board meeting minutes from December 2025's work meeting, the December 15th 2026 board meeting.
I think we have
We
to,
have to wait till 7 for that?
yeah.
You gotta
I
wait
think
till 7?
We have to, yeah.
Okay. We'll wait till 7.
2 minutes.
Do they have an idea of when they're gonna start digging once this is?
On paper, I believe it said June, but again, I can't speak for the highway department as they're gonna be the entity that does the digging and installation, so I don't wanna speak out of turn, but it is slated for this year, this summer.
There's probably a lot more paperwork and stuff to do before we get to that point, I would think.
Bids have to go out for materials, things like that. We're almost there. We're almost there. It's been a long, lengthy process, as you well know. It's been a couple of years,
You
so.
guys have stuck to it, and I know that we've kind of been poking away, but, we appreciate the effort
This
the board
is
is
high,
time.
what are you talking
Yeah. Don't get Mama Bear angry.
about? No, but it is appreciated. There have been many panicked emails and texts. We have no water.
See, living in the city, when the first time it happened was just after Christmas, when we first moved out, our first Christmas here, I just lost my job. And suddenly the water stopped going. And Stacy was pregnant and due in February. And we were in the middle of a snowstorm back in this 1999 going into 2000. And come to find out what it was somehow the faucet on the outside of the house got opened or got broken or whatever, and it got broken, so it was just going drip that we didn't see. So after about 15 hours of drip, no water, so we shut it off and everything. But being a kid that lived in the city, my whole life was like, what is this?
The night before, I'm going to be induced and I'm outside with a flashlight outside staring at the faucet. 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Can't see my feet.
Learned a lot in the past 20 years.
I think we have to start again.
Did you hand it back?
Yes.
Okay, good. You already passed it and everything?
Yes,
Okay, perfect. We're just waiting for the regular meeting to start?
Yeah, 7.
that's correct.
See how I put 2 and 2 together?
You got it.
As the old saying goes, good things come pledge again.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
Either
That one night, wow. That's good.
oh, this is updated. Okay. And
$7 Jerry.
It's 7 o'clock, so I'd like to call the meeting to order. If we could all please rise for a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Nowadays, it means so much more to me.
Good evening, everybody. We are now starting the regular board meeting. It is 7 o'clock. First off, approval of town board meeting minutes, which includes the December 2025 work meeting, the December 15th, 2026 board meeting, the January 26th board meeting, and the February 3rd work meeting. Are there any comments at all about any of the meeting minutes from those work meetings?
26 is incorrect.
It's December
December
15th.
2025.
It's a typo. Should be 25.
The year.
The year.
The year on December 15th.
Yep. That is a typo.
And also the January 5th, 26th organizational meeting. Do we have to do each one separate? Can we do them all?
You can pass them all, well, yeah, you should do them all separate. Are you sure that was the organizational meeting? I thought that was the beginning of January.
It was January 5th.
Okay, that one's,
Yep. So I guess if we're gonna go in chronologic order then, it's going to be the December 2025 work meeting,
December 9th.
December 9th. Any, comments, any questions at all about that meeting and the meeting minutes?
Nope.
Any questions or comments regarding the December 15th, 2025 board meeting?
We have to vote on the 9th.
if you would, just to make sure
Separate.
that the minutes are clear,
Okay.
would you mind getting a motion in a second to approve? Because you already asked if there are any changes or any revisions or corrections. If you would get a motion in a second to approve the December 9th, 2025 work meeting minutes.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Berg,
Second.
second by Mr. Valentine. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. With that, the December 15th, 2025 board meeting minutes. Any questions or comments regarding that?
Make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Christ,
Second.
second by Mrs. Berg. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Any questions or comments regarding the January 5th organizational meeting? The only thing I would comment on is I did see that there was a typo with Patty Knapp's last name. She was listed as Patty Morse because I guess Kevin Moore was above her name in the organizational chart. I just caught it here about a week or so as I was looking at it, and Annette Curtis has changed that. So
it's
other than that,
Correct here.
yep. Any other comments, questions about the January 5th organizational meeting minutes? With that, can I get a motion and a second to approve those minutes?
Make a motion.
Motion by Mrs. Berg, second by Mr. Valentine. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. With that, we'll move on to the January 26th Town Board meeting minutes. Any questions or comments regarding those meeting minutes? With that, can I get a motion and a second to approve those minutes?
Make a motion.
Motion by Mrs. Berg,
Second.
second by Mr. Lang. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. And last but not least, any questions or comments about the February 3rd work meeting minutes? If not, can I get a motion and a second? Motion by Mr. Christ, second by Mr. Valentine. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Town clerk, Cindy is out. The town board wishes her all the best at this moment. But we don't really have a town clerk report at this time, so I'm gonna skip over to assessor. We pretty much know what's going on with that.
Revaluation, working on that.
Okay. I did get a code enforcement planning zoning report from Kevin Moore.
Can I ask her a question about the assessor? You said mid-March, the assessment letter will be going out.
Yeah, I should be getting change of assessment notices out by the middle of March. And then residents can come and talk to me in an informal hearing if they like, and it will have information on the grievance day as well.
Thank you.
Anything else for the assessor? Code enforcement planning and zoning, Kevin Moore gave me a report this afternoon. January 2026 building permits issued were 3. Pre-submission review was 1. Fire inspections 4. Building inspections 8. Certificates of compliance issued 3. Violations issued 2. And he is working on the annual report for the Department of State. This is due April 1st, 2026. fire inspection and operating permit notices will be going out for 2026. 4 fire inspections were completed in January, 1 operating permit. Town Justice, Judge Christopher, you have a report?
In February, vehicle and traffic, we had 155 violations that appeared in front of me. And penal law 16, 1 sentenced incarceration, 3 small claims, 14 summary proceedings, and we collected $2,649 of fines and surcharges. A lot of people probably seen too, and I have some copies up there if anybody wants it. Starting February 16th, the new New York State DMV point system took effect. It's going to make it kind of difficult for the courts and the violators because your points are going to be going up, and it went from one extreme to the other. One way it's going to make it a little bit more difficult for the courts is there might not be as much of a way of pleading now. There's probably going to be a lot of things going, maybe more local trials, so it could be costly in that fashion. And of course, the more points, the more your insurance can go up and everything too. And the only other thing I had is Town of Marion, Orange County, and 8th Judicial System. There was a push to put us and 9 other counties in the 15th Judicial District, separating us from Erie County, but Governor Hochul did veto the bill as of now, and but it's not believed to be dead yet. So they were trying to have Erie County be their own district for lots of reasons, but right now we are going to stay in the 8th Judicial District right now.
Thank you, Judge Christopher. With that, Highway and Water, Dirk?
Highway and Water, of course, we're still plowing snow. Hasn't come to an end. So we've been, again, plagued with a few breakdowns. One this morning. We had to pull the truck off the road into a parking lot and then go back when it got light out and repair it and bring it back and make the permanent repairs. Last week we had a truck, the bearing, after investigating, the bearing went bad and completely melted where the axle and tires came off, and the truck sat in the road, and we unloaded the salt and had to kind of rig it up and get the axle up off the ground, and we did limp it back to the barn. They're coming this week to, there's not a lot of people around that do it, but they're going to cut the axle spindle off of the housing of the rear end and put a new axle housing in. They bore the inside out so its insert is going to be really strong. It'll be like new. And then they make a bead of weld around it, and then we'll get that started for repairs, getting it back on the road. So with the snow, constant snow, you don't have a lot of time to focus on things, but we had another cable issue this week for the wing. So we're getting a little low in the weather where they can focus on stuff, but we had a water break last Monday before last on Carton Road. We went out at night and fixed on a 12-inch main. That went good. And we had to turn a hydrant off on East Transit Church Road toward Transit Road. We got a dead-end main that comes off of Transit, and we got a hydrant that's leaking down there. We shut that down, notified the fire department that that's down. And the salt is trickling in, so we are keeping up on the salt. And hoping we make it through. It looks like we're going to make it through the season just fine, but they're not making too much of a headway at the salt mines. So, and that'll be it.
Have you been able to utilize this 6-wheeler at all this season? I'm just curious.
We've been using the 6500 a lot. The other truck we did not put the plow on, but we're using that for the water breaks. We use that, so it's the box is all set up because we've got the salter on the 6500. So we leave that one empty. We can throw the plow on it in minutes. The tailgate spreader will go on in about a half an hour. If we do need to use it. So we had the old truck, we were gonna replace the oldest 10-wheeler. That's what we're using right now to replace the other 10-wheeler. And that's the one that broke down this morning with a fuel issue. So it hasn't been a huge problem. It's just when it breaks down when you're in the middle of something and you're in the road, you know, like it ran out of fuel and then you can only push the brakes so many times. You got air brakes and no engine to build the brakes up. So you have to have an air tank or be very cautious on what you do. So, and then when it you know, wouldn't start up, it just died. You got the plow on the ground, the wing on the ground, you know, you gotta get that up off the ground. So it's a little chore to get the stuff off the road. So buses and stuff can go by if need be, so, but no, we have not plowed this year with the one we bought last year.
Anything else? Thanks, Dirk.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Our town historian, Deb Wood, is not here tonight. I don't see any county legislators here either. So with that, I'm gonna go into public comment as it pertains to any of the resolution or agenda items that we had here tonight. Are there any comments about anything that we've discussed here tonight? Anything further?
Excellent job on doing the codes, by the way. Just every year, you guys do it. Yeah.
Try.
We appreciate it.
Anything else? With that, we'll go into new business. As you may or may not know, because we're having the reval this year, having a full Board of Assessment review is important. We had 3 up until recently. Fortunately, we've had 2 new candidates that have expressed interest in being on our Board of Assessment review, which will bring us up to a full 5-member panel. So with that, I'd like to get a motion in a second to appoint Diane Herzog to the Town of Murray's Board of Assessment Review. Motion by Mr. Lang, second by Mrs. Berg. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. In the 5th spot, John Morris, our former town supervisor, expressed interest in being on our Board of Assessment Review. So with that, I'm looking for a motion in a second to appoint John Morris to the Town of Murray Board of Assessment Review. A motion by Mr. Christ, second by Mrs. Berg. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Also, Kevin Moore, our current code enforcement officer, has indicated that he will stay on until March 16th, but with that, he did send a resignation letter. So I am asking for a motion in a second to accept the resignation letter of Kevin Moore as our code enforcement officer effective March 16th, 2026.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mrs. Berg, second by Mr. Christ. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Last on the list of new business is a resolution approving the participation in the Orleans County Pictometry Project. It definitely helps our town assessors to have the pictometry technology because as you probably know or don't know, they're not allowed to go on property. So sometimes the only way to see what's going on properties, if they're back off the road or in the woods, is to, view them from pictometry. So with that, any questions?
I just wanted to give a little more information. I talked to Colleen, how do you say her last name?
Pahura?
At the county in regards to pictometry. And it's going to cost the town approximately just under $3,000 a year for 9 years. And they actually do the flyover 3 times in that 9-year period. And I think it's going to go into effect in the fall. So hopefully we'll get the benefit of that, but it is a yearly expense.
Any other comments regarding the pictometry?
Is this for anybody?
This is for all the properties here in the town of
No, I
Murray.
just had a question about pictometry. If I'm not allowed to ask, I won't.
Yeah, I would probably refrain from that right now,
Okay.
but thank you.
Nothing major,
Um,
nothing major.
The actual resolution states that whereas the last flyover in Orleans County occurred 5 years ago, and many changes and improvements have been made since then, and whereas by municipalities committing to a regular schedule of flyovers, we can continue to keep up to date with developments in town and villages in Orleans County, and whereas pictometry, also known as Eagle View, has been proven to be an invaluable asset to planners, assessors, code officers, emergency responders, economic development, and other municipal functions. Now be it resolved that the Town of Murray Board authorizes the Town of Murray partnering with Orleans County to establish a schedule for flyovers over the next 9 years at a cost to the Town of Murray not to exceed $1.40 per acre, with any agreement being subject to attorney approval. And be it further resolved that the Town of Murray Supervisor is authorized to execute any agreement to facilitate the use of pictometry as described above.
This information said $1.40 per parcel, not per acre.
According to the, resolution, sample resolution that I got from the county.
This was the other sample resolution. It said $1.40 per parcel.
I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm just saying that that's.
I would think $1.40 per acre. Yeah, because we have 2,100 parcels roughly. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a,
You're right, it says per parcel.
Okay.
So if you can make that correction, please,
yep.
Supervisor, before you vote on it.
Now be it resolved that the Town of Murray Board authorizes the Town of Murray partnering with Orleans County to establish a schedule for flyovers over the next 9 years at a cost to the Town of Murray not to exceed $1.40 per parcel, with any agreement being subject to attorney approval. And be it further resolved that the Town of Murray Supervisor is authorized to execute any agreement to facilitate the use of pictometry as described above. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the participation in the pictometry project? Motion by Mr. Lang, second by Mrs. Berg. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Any old business that anybody would like to discuss? Any public comments?
No, actually, it was answered one way. I just didn't know pictometry is a company, I think.
Eagle View is the company. Pictometry is
The
the.
function.
Correct.
They just take pictures of
Yeah,
people
yeah.
flying
I just-
by an airplane.
Or
Okay,
drone.
so-
Or
yeah.
drone.
They also
okay.
put on the maps, a general outline of the particular parcel that they're
Right.
looking at.
Right,
Okay.
Unofficial boundaries.
right. Yeah, I just wanted to, I thought that was what it was, I just wanted to check.
Any public comments beyond that? With that, it is 7:20 here. I would like to get a motion and a second to go into executive session. Can I get a motion,
It's on
Mr.?
personnel, it's on a personnel matter.
Yep, regarding a personnel matter. Motion by Mr. Christ, second by Mr. Lang. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
We're going into an executive session. And everybody's gonna come back to pay the bills.
Hang for that?
It's gonna be a while, I think. I don't think it's gonna be 10 minutes.
Third, if you got to sign.
Probably gotta go in.
Well, I didn't want to shout in front of everybody, there was an issue with one of the stores.
Thank you.
thinking as far as the appointment of
Sorry?
the appointment of the BAR members, should they have a term on it? Now that I'm typing them out? It's a 5-year term, right?
I think, yeah, but is everybody, there's already people that are on it, right?
They could be different terms, though.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't know if we need to or not, that's all.
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
Minutes or for the appointment, but whoever handles that part of it needs to know when it's time.
No, it'd probably be at the county. I mean, I'll let Cindy know too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's 8:32. I'd like to get a motion and a second to come out of executive session. No action was taken. Can I get a motion and a second?
Sure.
Motion by Mr. Valentine, second by Mr. Lang. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Can I get a motion and a second to pay bills and approve the supervisor's financial report? Motion by Mr. Valentine, second by Mr. Christ.
Suggestion, would you mind doing those individually, please?
Okay. Can I get a motion to pay bills?
I make a motion.
Motion by Berg, second by Mr. Christ. All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Can I get a motion to approve the supervisor's financial report? Motion by Mr. Valentine, second by Mr. Lang. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. And with that, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Motion by Mr. Christ, second by Berg. All in favor? Aye.
And Cindy would say, I always make a motion.
Motion carried. Thank you very much.
Do you have a time for the end of the meeting or no? No?
8:33.